Oh man, I just you're not going to believe the number of good songs that never was played on radio, that never made top 40. That's the beauty of doing these Lost 45s on Billboard's Hot 100, to unearth the songs that should have been hits but never were. Now, admittedly, this song is not a top 10 pop hit. It's not. It's not even a top 20. If I had to peg this record on Billboard's Hot 100, I'd peg it at maybe something like number 23, number 25, number 30, number 32. But that's still pretty high on Billboard's Hot 100. That's still a hit. Not a massive hit, but a moderate hit. But as it was, this song did not get very high on Billboard's Hot 100. But God, what a lovely record. Here it is. Let me bring it up for you. Billboard's Hot 100 of September the 9th, 1978, coming in at number 73. It will get as high as number 43, and that's it. Ain't Nothing Gonna Keep Me From You by Teri DeSario, which was co-written by Barry Gibb rather. Teri DeSario, who had a bigger hit, and it was in the around the winter and spring of 1980. It was called "Are You Ready?" She covered, oh, well, who did? Barbara Mason. Barbara Mason did. Keep in mind, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Barbara Mason did "Are You Ready?" The original version back in '65, covered by Teri DeSario in 1980. But she had this minor disco hit before that, 1978. Teri DeSario, Ain't Nothing Gonna Keep Me From You. Nice beat, nice record. I mean, Teri DeSario, if you're watching this video right now, that was a lovely record. Should have been a bigger hit. Dang, I'm sorry. But I'm going to bring it back for you. Teri DeSario from Miami, vocalist. Now, here's the thing about Teri DeSario. She was not a disco, she was not a pop singer starting out. As a matter of fact, she was a vocalist and a harp player. Back in the early to mid 70s, she was in a medieval Renaissance music group. It was called the Early Music Consort. And her muse was folk. That was her thing. She branched out to jazz, and she married a horn player named Bill Pearce. With Bill Pearce, her husband, they formed a band. It was a fusion. It was a folk, pop, jazz fusion band called Abacus. Legend has it that one night, a long-haired guy walked into the nightclub where Teri DeSario was performing with her group Abacus. He liked what he saw. He came up. He came up to her. Well, he didn't introduce himself as Barry Gibb. He just introduced himself as a producer of the Bee Gees, but he was actually Barry Gibb. That's one story right there. Well, bottom line was Barry Gibb heard a demo of her songs, and he was so inspired by her voice. He fell in love with her voice. He wrote the song "Ain't Nothing Gonna Keep Me From You." He co-wrote it. The same. Now, keep in mind, Barry Gibb. 1978 was the year of the Bee Gees. This was back in the night when Saturday Night Fever was just humongous. And not only that, Andy Gibb, the younger brother or younger relative, I believe, yeah, the younger brother of the Gibbs, he had that. He had Shadow Dancing in the summer of 1978. That album, Shadow Dancing, which Barry Gibb, he might have co-produced, he co-wrote Shadow Dancing. The same folks, the same musicians who played on Shadow Dancing, who played on the Shadow Dancing album, they played on this album, the debut album by Teri DeSario called Pleasure Train. Her husband played on this album too. And Pleasure Train went to number 43. That's it. Dog. Had a good beat to it. It's not okay, I admit it's not something you'd hear on hot rotation on WLS in Chicago. It just wouldn't work. Great song to dance to, though, at Studio 54 in New York. Yes. Put on your platform shoes. No, I'm not making fun of this song. But it is amazing how certain artists will start off in a certain genre and become famous doing a completely different genre. From folk and jazz to basically pop disco on this record. So here it is, Teri DeSario coming in at number 73, down from 43 to peak. God, it dropped 30 from the previous week. September 9th, 1978, it was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 12 weeks. Teri DeSario with the lovely Ain't Nothing Gonna Keep Me From You.